Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be going over my parents' downfall. Um, Basically, my dad got scammed majorly. My dad just turned 81, mom just turned 82. And it was the pig butchering scam. If you haven't heard of it, I highly recommend that you Google it, read about it. If you have aging parents, definitely something that you need to look out for. It is extremely devastating and just so stressful that it's just awful. So anyway, this started back in the winter of 2022. So dad starts investing his money. He met a little lady friend on Facebook that told him she has made so much money putting her money into this investment, and she just needs him to send her the money and she'll take care of everything for him and it's gonna be great. He's gonna like triple his money, blah blah blah. Obviously that wasn't true. So then 2023, dad starts talking about selling the house to my mom, and she doesn't want to do it, but he's adamant. He's harassing her. The neighbor wants to buy it. My dad and the neighbor harassed my mother on a weekly basis until she finally gave in, and was like, fine, I'll sign the papers. Obviously she wants half of the profits. But literally for the paperwork, they showed up at my nephew's door when she was over there babysitting. I know, 80 years old at that point, should not be babysitting. That's a whole other thing to go through. But anyway, showed up at the door, come with us, we're taking you to the office to get these papers signed. And she's just like, F it, I'm done, let's get it over with. So then that was June 23. Papers are signed. The neighbor's like, take the time that you need to get out of the house. So it's basically, it's me, my 3 kids, and my nephew trying to get all of this stuff out of their house and into storage units. This is a 3-bedroom house. Basement is packed with years and years of furniture and boxes, and it was just awful. Like, why do they have this much stuff? I don't know. If you have this much stuff and you have children, start to get rid of it now, because that was the most stressful thing that we have ever been through. I literally ended up breaking out in shingles over this. And that's not supposed to happen until after you're like 50, but it still happened to me, and it was the worst pain ever. So they now have, currently right now, they are now paying for 6 storage units. It would have been more, but a lot of that stuff got left behind because the neighbor finally got fed up and was like, this is your last day to get your stuff out. And that was, I guess, probably just for the best, because you don't need that much stuff. So then after that, mom and dad move into a retirement community, which is fantastic. Good place for them to be. It was brand new. They were some of the first people to be in there. Everything's good. Everything's normal. November of 23, my oldest son's house catches fire, burns to the ground. They were renting. They didn't have renter's insurance. The guy renting the house didn't have homeowner's insurance. Didn't have fire alarms even. Nothing. So then my son and his girlfriend are essentially homeless. So they move in with my parents. Well, move in. They were just staying there until they found something. But it's a 55 plus community and you can't do that. So my parents end up getting kicked out then. This is awful. So then we are now moving my parents again, getting them out of this apartment, moving everything, packing more storage units, just trying to get them out by the deadline. Mom found an apartment for herself, and my dad had decided that he was going to moved to Tennessee with my cousin, who just thinks the absolute world of my father. Like, all this time my dad had been blaming everything on my mom, like, oh, she used all the credit cards, blah blah blah, when in actual reality it's my dad that's clearing out the accounts and hiding money from mom and all that fun stuff. So then I think it was in April of this year, that I'm still in Missouri at this point. I'm now in Florida. I get a call from my middle son, who had been driving my mom's car. And he says, the car's on fire. I need you to come pick me up. So I'm thinking this has like been a major accident, but thankfully, obviously he's able to call me. So we rush over. There are, the amount of smoke that was coming from that vehicle was outrageous. It was a Kia, by the way. Stupid freaking car. I get there and he's like literally there's no accident, there's nothing. So like, what happened? And he's told me, he's like, I'm driving and I hear this weird knocking noise. I pull over and then it starts smoking. So we got out, obviously. So the Kia basically just bursts into flames. My poor mother has been fighting with them for months now, trying to get them to pay out a decent amount. Unfortunately, they are finally settling. They are only paying off of her loan, the remainder of her loan. They're paying for the new tires that she had just put on there, and they finally just agreed to reimburse her for the rental car that she's now been driving around for months and months. So she's going through that. Dad's harassing he keeps harassing her. I need some of the Kia money. I need half of it. I need to do this with it. I need to do that with it. And obviously she's trying to fight that right now. Dad is now back in Missouri, living with my nephew, because, what is it, November? It was September. My mom sent me a text message and told me that my dad was supposed to be going to Virginia to spend some time with some friends. So he has my cousin take him to the airport. Dad flies to Virginia and ends up getting stranded at the airport for 4 freaking days. Come to find out, he thought he was meeting a woman there, and they were going to go on a vacation out of the country for 2 weeks. Obviously, this was another scam, because there was no woman. He gave this person the money to purchase their out-of-country tickets, and then he flew to Virginia to meet her, and there was nobody there. Surprise, surprise. So, that's it. God, I shouldn't laugh, but like, what else are you going to do? Just like this whole 2 years, this family was already like super dysfunctional. Okay. Like years of dysfunction, and not just, oh God, oh, if I could just, there's so much dysfunction. And so then this last 2 years is just like completely ripped the family apart. A lot of nobody. I have 3 siblings. 2 of them I do not speak to. They don't speak to my father. I do have one sister in California who I don't speak to her on like a regular basis, but we have no ill will towards each other. The other 2 is a completely different story. So that's it. That is just another part of my story and my trauma and my drama and everything else. So if you have a dysfunctional family, you are not alone. I completely understand. So that's it. I'm gonna go do something fun tomorrow with my daughter. Like I said, we're in Florida now. We're fairly new here, so we are going to go explore some things, and I will try to get some of that on video, not showing my daughter, but just some of the cool stuff that we find and see. So I will see you guys back tomorrow. Bye.